The Nightbeat starts right now.
Such a beautiful thing that our city can come together and help out, get outside of themselves and actually help out in something that's bigger than us.
The chance to help our neighbors in Louisiana may just be a food bank away. Many left without food, water, and power after Ida. We visit the operation the San Antonio Food Bank is preparing for and how you can help coming up.
And we take two claims through the Trust Index, one involving equipment in the 20-year war in Afghanistan, the other involving a viral photo of dogs at the Kabul airport. We take a look at both, but first.
A new mutation amid this pandemic. Health officials announcing the Delta Plus variant now found in Nueces County. Doctors say that variant was found in a woman in the Nueces County Hospital. Metro
Health says there is a concern every time the virus mutates that it could evade the vaccine. It's why many doctors continue to push for vaccinations and mask wearing to limit the spread of the virus and limit the chance of the virus mutating again. Here in Bexar County, hospitalizations for COVID-19 patients down to 1,268 patients. 31 of those patients are children. The city also reporting 23 new COVID-related deaths. While the trend is in hospitalizations is sloping downward, Metro Health cautions not to let your guard down, especially this Labor Day weekend.
Historically, we have seen case counts go up after long holiday weekend. So this is not going to be any different. And that is why we are making sure we are amplifying our message about staying cautious during this Labor Day weekend.
Health officials encouraging you to wear a mask while indoors, stay away from crowds, and use the time off to get your COVID-19 shot if you're eligible.
Rural counties are not immune to COVID-19. The mayor of Kerrville leading a briefing in Kerr County saying cases are quickly spreading among family members in that community. The CEO of the Peterson Regional Medical Center also sharing concerning news. Hospitalizations hitting a new record for their area with more patients in comparison to last summer.
Mentioned that we had 4 patients in the hospital. We were hovering around 0 to 4 prior to July. And as of August 31st, we hit 40, which is a new record for us as an organization. And it's overwhelming. It's resource intensive here at the hospital.
That number is now decreased to 39 COVID-19 patients, but a majority of those COVID-19 patients in the hospital in Kerrville are not vaccinated. Vaccine rates slowly rising, but only 45% of eligible residents are fully vaccinated there. Guadalupe County also keeping an eye on hospitalizations. Between June 23rd to September 1st, the Guadalupe Regional Medical Center cared for 247 COVID-19 patients. 218 of those patients did not have the vaccine. Doctors and nurses hoping to encourage more eligible people to protect themselves and get vaccinated. The goal is to stay ahead of the game. The coronavirus keeping some athletes on the sidelines this high school football season.
Yeah, student athletes faced a similar challenge last year, but with a highly contagious variant and a vaccine that can offer protection, coaches are drawing up the playbook. Student athletes being urged to be extra vigilant to make sure they stay in the game this season.
We're a lot more prepared this year, obviously. We went through some trial and error last year, but we're really on top of things.
If they want to play the next week, they got to take care of themselves this week.
Athletic directors at Northeast and Northside ISD say they're not playing around with COVID-19 this season.
They're kids and they want to have fun playing the game. But for some of them, it's going to be their opportunity to make it to the next level.
For some students, playing in a team, band, or ROTC will be the memory of a lifetime or their platform for college prospects. Coaches encourage mask wearing off the field to avoid getting sick.
Last year, we had a situation in playoffs where one of our teams had to go to a playoff game without a lot of their starters. And I think a lot of our teams in our district learned from that. and especially the team that it happened to, learn from it as well.
Some students in our area are already missing out. Hondo ISD canceled its football games this week after 19 students and staff tested positive. Sam Houston in SAISD reported 8 cases last week and called off their games this week. Health experts encourage athletes who can to get vaccinated and get tested weekly. Most importantly, make smart, responsible choices when teammates and coaches aren't around.
Last season, we saw more cases happening because of things that they were doing off the field than on the field.
And the message to parents, lead by example.
If we ask our parents and fans at our volleyball games to wear a mask indoors while they're playing, wear the mask indoors, because it's going to be about continuing to play the next week or the next month.
And students and spectators are asked to stay home if they are not feeling well or have minor symptoms. Some districts are live streaming the game, so check with your school district.
The death toll after Ida rising tonight to 59 people in 8 different states. Floodwaters swept over New York City's Central Park. One father swimming through those floodwaters while carrying his 8-month-old boy to safety last night.
I just used the God-given strength that I had and had to pull him out. And never experienced nothing like it. It was frightening. Yeah, worst thing I've ever seen.
Historic floods ripped through the New York area overnight. Look at the subway station. Meanwhile, power problems continue in Louisiana as people deal with the heat amid the destruction. President Joe Biden set to visit the disaster zone in Louisiana tomorrow. San Antonio will be sending even more help to Louisiana as well. The area is still in need of food and water.
The San Antonio Food Bank set to answer the call with even more trucks of supplies and food. But as the night team's John Paul Barajas explains, they will need your help to complete this effort.
With 150-mile-per-hour winds at landfall, Ida is tied for the 5th strongest storm in U.S. history. It hit Louisiana, leaving a trail of destruction behind. People are now left trying to piece their communities back together. This evening, those in that state called on the San Antonio Food Bank to send more resources.
In the last 24 hours, as they're still kind of battling through power outages, lack of clean water, and just the supply chain challenges that we as food banks are always facing, they're struggling.
Melanie McGuire says they've already sent 2 trucks and now will be loading up 6 more over the next few days to try and meet the demand of those in need.
This is some of the food that's already been placed on pallets that'll be going on those 6 food trucks. Now, each truck will be carrying 22 pallets, which translates to 36,000 pounds of supplies. And depending on how they distribute it, each truck could help up to 500 families.
And just as San Antonio has done before in times of disaster, McGuire is asking our community to come together and help our neighbors.
We really need volunteers. This effort can only take place through the support of the community.
I want to support as much as I can. I want to be a part of what's happening with the relief.
McGuire hopes more people feel the same. She used to live and work with food banks in Louisiana and explains 15 of her former colleagues have lost their homes. Yet they're still working to try and provide aid, and adds our support goes a long way.
And volunteers will be needed tomorrow, Saturday, and Tuesday. So if you'd like to help out, all you have to do is go to safoodbank.org/volunteer. We'll also post that link on our website. At the Food Bank, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks, John Paul. There are many ways for San Antonio to step up. The Red Cross working overtime for those recovery efforts after Hurricane Ida.
For us, this has been an interesting challenge because we went from shelter operations and feeding in Louisiana to now going to Alabama, to Tennessee, to New York, and really just stretching a lot of our resources. And
right now, the Red Cross working with 4 states to provide aid. So far, they've given out more than 17,000 meals, 800 cleanup kits. The Red Cross always looking for volunteers as well to help in local chapters, as well as, of course, monetary donations. In fact, KSAT community partnering with the Red Cross to help collect some of those donations. The Hurricane Ida phone bank happening tomorrow right here on KSAT 12 from noon until 7 p.m. All you have to do is call to donate. We'll provide that number tomorrow. For more ways to help out, you can head to ksatcommunity.com.
A student robbed while walking to school. Police say 3 teen girls confronted the student with a knife just a few blocks away from Clark High School. The girls allegedly demanded he give up all his belongings at knife point before running off. Officers arrested 2 16-year-old girls and an 18-year-old. A few blocks away, a knife was found along with the victim's property, but police spent some time looking for one item that is still missing: the victim's cell phone.
One fire leaving 8 families without a home, and police making a second arrest in that arson case. The fire happened at the residences at medical apartments back in June. One man had to make his way through the smoke to pull his youngest daughter from danger that day. Fortunately, everyone made it out alive. Investigators say this man, 40-year-old Norman Robert Jones, helped set that fire. Arresting documents state Jones and 35-year-old Ryan James Simpson were fighting with the man who lived at that apartment complex. Simpson accuses Jones of lighting a pile of rags on fire and throwing it on the victim's porch. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, our trust index, taking a look at 2 claims surrounding the Afghanistan withdrawal. The first having to do with the money spent on equipment by the United States.
And did the U.S. really leave its own canines behind during the withdrawal? Those 2 stories coming up next on the Nightbeat.
True, not true, be careful. Let's go to the trust index tonight. More questions coming in surrounding the end of the 20-year war in Afghanistan. One question that continues to pop up surrounding this viral photo, leading many of you to ask if the U.S. military actually left their service dogs behind in Kabul. The photo shows several dogs in crates in front of a helicopter. Users on social media then helped spread the claim online. The American Humane Society even expressed disappointment but referred to the animals as contracted working dogs. The Pentagon addressed these reports, confirming the photos of the dogs were not under the care of the U.S. military. Instead, they were under the care of the Kabul Small Animal Rescue. Our trust index finds the claim that these were abandoned U.S. military dogs is not true.
And there's another claim we're taking a look at tonight. This one amplified by the former president, Donald Trump. Social media users first shared posts claiming U.S. equipment cost $85 billion. Well, the former president then suggested the same claim in a statement saying all equipment should be returned to the United States. The Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, or SIGAR, oversees American taxpayer money spent amid the conflict. $85 billion resembles a number from a July 30 quarterly report from SIGAR, which shows the U.S. invested about $83 billion. But that cost includes funding to pay troops, train forces, and infrastructure, along with equipment since 2001. A SIGAR report in June 2019 shows about $18 billion went to equipping Afghan forces between 2002 and 2018. Now, the figure is significant, but it's not $85 billion. And for that reason, the Trust Index finds this claim is not true. And if you see something on social media you want to check out, share the claim with KSAT. Just log on to ksat.com/trustindex.
The new abortion law in Texas will be allowed to remain in place. The Supreme Court making it clear while it did not block the law from taking effect, it did not rule on its constitutionality yet, leaving it open to other legal challenges. The High Court saying a burden was not met to allow the court to block it at this time. The Chief Justice arguing the court needs more time to examine the statute. The law bans abortions around 6 weeks into the pregnancy. It does not make exceptions for rape or incest and includes a provision that allows private civil suits against anyone who assists a pregnant person in seeking an abortion in the state. The Supreme Court also set to take up a Mississippi case that poses a direct challenge to Roe versus Wade next term.
And take a look at this. If you think ride sharing is innovative, well, how about an air taxi? The folks at NASA think those could be a transportation option in the future. They're trying out the technology now with Joby Aviation. That company makes this all-electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. NASA is testing its performance and acoustics, and I mean, someday we might all be taking these between cities, but would you?
It depends how
really
convenient. It depends how convenient and yeah, that's the biggest thing. How expensive is it? But there are a lot of companies that are studying air taxis now. I think even Uber studying air taxis.
Isn't that just a helicopter? Like
that's what? Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'm going to put it this way.
All right.
A little fender bender here on terra firma, not a big deal. You're in the air, you get one of those little fender benders with another one.
It's a disaster.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. All right.
I guess that's a no for him.
Yeah.
Preliminarily speaking.
He's taking the bus.
I'll take the bus. I'll ride my bicycle. We'll be good to go. So we have yet to hit 100 degrees officially at the airport in San Antonio. That, of course, is the international airport at 281 and 410. That's our official climate reporting site. We've come close 2 days in a row, but not yet there. We could still do it, though, as we get on into the upcoming weekend. Sunny and hot this weekend. We do have a few rain chances. Actually, a couple of showers popped up earlier today in highly isolated parts of Bexar County, and we'll see very similar in some days ahead. So let's talk about everything, starting with the heat. 99 today. Yes, the average is now 93. The record 104 for this day, set back in the year 2000. So a little above average again. We're feeling the heat out there now in early September. And you look at the state, really not all that above average. Temperature's not out of control. I mean, we're only looking at a few places with triple digits. Still hot in Abilene at 98, Dallas 97, Junction, high temperature of 97. Del Rio, Pleasanton, Cotulla, and Laredo all hit or exceeded triple digits today. So those were some of the hot spots, even just around the entire state. Right now, still 90 degrees. Farther west you go is San Antonio, a little closer to the Rio Grande. Carrizo Springs at 90, 94 Del Rio, but 79 in Rock Springs. And currently Kerrville, 82 degrees. San Antonio checking in at 84. I do want to point out the south side of town, Stinson Airport, and a few other locations, they have hit 100 degrees. But since SA International is our official climate reporting site, that's what we go by for official records, and we have yet to do it, hit 100 there so far this year. Over the next several days, we'll be right up near 100. I mean, upper 90s, it wouldn't shock me if we hit or even exceeded 100 by a degree or two, particularly on Sunday. I think that's our best shot at hitting 100 for the first time this year, which, if or when we do hit 100 in the days ahead, would be the latest that we've ever had our first 100-degree day in a year that we've hit 100. 23 years we haven't actually hit 100. All right, taking a look at the radar today, there's a look at these little showers that just popped up here and there. There they were very briefly earlier today. Across the state, we had some action out in West Texas and then the typical activity right along the Gulf Coast and the coastal bend there. So it's good to see some showers. This is the latest drought monitor, and Texas still in very good shape. Only 1% of the state is considered in drought, and that's right there just north of Big Bend National Park. The real drought, of course, is out west and even far to the north of us, way up I-35. But some locations did get some drought relief, Dakotas, Nebraska, and even parts of Minnesota. Here's a quick tropical update. What we have is Hurricane Larry. That's way out in the Atlantic, likely to become a major hurricane, move its way a little bit closer to Bermuda by Tuesday, in an area of development that, or an area that could develop into our next tropical cyclone right on Larry's heels. This area we've been watching in the Western Caribbean that could meander in the Southern Gulf. Right now, not looking all that likely to turn into our next system. So 20% chance of rain tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday dry, and then we're back up to 20 to 30% Monday and Tuesday. 98 the high temperature tomorrow, partly cloudy. Sunny and hot Saturday and Sunday, and then a few rain showers late Monday, and then again Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, Thursday night edition of Big Game Coverage, and there's a very big game playing out tonight.
Number one on the line tonight with Brennan on the road tonight at Clemens. When we come back, how did they do? We will let you know. And did the Cowboys consider Cam Newton as a backup quarterback? Coming up. The number one ranked team in 12's Top 12 leading over Big Game Coverage on Thursday night as the Brennan Bears visit Lynn Hoff Stadium tonight to face the Clemens Buffaloes. Second quarter, Brennan down by 3, but they are knocking on the door of the end zone. Running back Jason Love taking it right through the heart of the Clemens defense for the score, 7-3 lead. A little later, the Bears take to the air. Ashton Dubose buying time as he breaks a pocket to find Love, and look at the effort to get in for the score. 20-yard touchdown this time around makes it 14-3. Final from Lynn Hoff Stadium, it is 27-10 Bears. A KSAT 12 BTV Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week took place at Gustafson Stadium. Brandeis Broncos faced off against the Warren Warriors, where in the first quarter there's no score until running back Chris Rodriguez delivers his 12-yard touchdown off tackle untouched to make it 7-0 Broncos. The final from Gus, 21-7 Brandeis. The Wagner Thunderbirds hosting the Stephen Falcons at Rutledge Stadium in week 2 of the high school football season. Third quarter, Wagner up 36-0. Stevens punting from their own 37. Wagner's bringing the pressure. The ball is fumbled. It's a mad scramble as the ball gets kicked backwards until Arturo Ramos falls on it for Stevens, but it's still Wagner's ball on downs. A few plays later, the Thunderbirds cash in on the turnover. Quarterback Isaiah Williams is going to keep it on the 2-yard touchdown run, 42-0. Wagner is now 69-0, the final. Lanier in control, 19-0 over Pearsall in the second quarter when we arrived at the SAISD Sports Complex. The Oaks show no signs of slowing down. 13 seconds before halftime, Lanier on the Pearsall 7. Xavier Tellez standing tall in the pocket, throws a great ball to the back of the corner of the end zone for Ezekiel Garcia for the touchdown. 25-0 Lanier at the break. The final from SAISD Sports Complex, 40-0 Lanier. The Southwest Legacy Titans up 13-3 over the Burbank Bulldogs in the third quarter when we arrived. Bulldogs bite back. Ramiro Salazar going deep to Andrew Bunteo for the 35-yard score. Cuts the Titans lead down to 3, but Legacy comes right back. Cesar Tovar keeps it on the option read, walks in for the score. The Titans go up by 2. They get it 21-10 in the fourth, and the final 21-10. That is it. Young Men's Leadership Academy hosting Luling Eagles. We're in the first quarter. Luling has the ball, but not for long. Snap is too high for the Eagles quarterback. Now it's a foot race to see who comes up with the ball. Aaron Pinckney makes a play for it, squirts loose. Pinckney scrabbles for it again. This time he comes up with a fumble recovered for the Lions, but the Eagles defense makes a stand of their own. Lions lob this one to the end zone, but James Ledesma makes a nice leaping interception to keep the game scoreless as we leave. Set the big game coverage scoreboard for that final right now. As you can see, Luling falls 6-2. Young Men's Leadership Academy gets their win, and Holy Cross over St. John Paul 34-7. When we come back, what are the Cowboys going to do with their COVID reserve list? Coming up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
1 week from tonight, the Dallas Cowboys have kicked off the 2021 NFL season against the defending Super Bowl champs, the Buccaneers, in Tampa Bay. To get ready today, Cowboys have brought back 3 players off the COVID reserve list, including wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, safety DeMonte Casey, and defensive tackle Carlos Watkins. All have been activated. Even defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is back in the building after he and Watkins had to leave AT&T Stadium before they played their last preseason game. On Wednesday, the Cowboys picked up quarterback Will Grier off the waiver line by the Carolina Panthers. They let him go. But today, reporters wanted to know if the Cowboys showed any interest in former #1 draft pick Cam Newton after he was waived by the New England Patriots. The short answer is no, after being scouted by members of the coaching staff.
Sit here and talk about any of the players on our roster. I don't think there's really anything that beneficial that comes out of that for us. But Cam's, I had a chance to compete against Cam. A chance to watch some of his tape in New England. So I still think he has a ton of football left. But we're very excited about the group that we have.
All right, with 10 days until their first game, the Houston Texans decided to have a barbecue rather than practice today as a team bonding event. No word on Deshaun Watson attended, and there's also no official word on who will be their starting quarterback when the Texans host the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday, September the 12th to open their season, even though Tyrod Taylor is the obvious choice.
We haven't indicated to anybody that's a starter right now. We've gone through this thing with competition-wise. Obviously, next week when we bring them back in here on Monday, that We'll say who's who, but at that point, again, we've not told anyone that there's a starter.
All right, the Big 12 considering replacements for both Texas and Oklahoma after the Longhorns and the Sooners decided to move to the SEC, starting perhaps as early as next season. Among the teams under consideration, according to ESPN, are Houston and BYU. That's because the Big 12 and it'll be down to the Big 8, if you will, when those two teams depart. Also under consideration are Cincinnati and UCF. Trinity, by the way, University has called off their opening football game and also some volleyball games due to COVID concerns. And a tip of the hat tonight, the legendary sportscaster Dale Hansen, his final night in broadcasting. Yeah. He is retiring after 41 years in the Dallas area market. Shared many a good time with Dale over the years on the road.
Yeah, and a lot of people probably familiar with him. He was a voice for the Cowboys for a while.
Sure was, yep.
He's been on social media posts with some of the opinion things he's done.
He'll turn up somewhere else, trust me on this one.
Yeah, but he's a legend.
He is.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. We'll be right back.